Hi there, it's Jamie. Hope you're going to enjoy this chair yoga session. If there's anything you're not quite sure of, it doesn't feel right, feel free to just leave it out. Maybe just sit quietly and just take a few breaths, or just move in any way you feel you want to. Okay, so we'll make a start. So just getting comfortable in your chair. Make any little adjustments. Notice your feet, your connection to the ground, your sense of weight, and how your weight is supported by the chair and through to the ground. Notice how you're feeling generally today. Mind, mood. And then bring your attention to the breath. Notice the depth of the breath, the width of the breath, the quality of the breath. Notice the subtle movement of the body with the breath. Notice if there's any holding on in the body. Can the body just be carried by the breath? And when you're ready, start to blink the eyes open, reaching the arms and legs out, taking a full body yawn. And then grab your cushion. So this is a workout for the lungs. Grab your cushion and place it around the belly and just lean forward onto the cushion and breathe towards the cushion. So you're getting a little feedback. Perhaps relax the belly, taking a deeper breath. And then when you're ready, you could bring the cushion up towards the chest and either hold it against the chest or lean forward towards the knees. And again, take in 3 to 5 deep breaths, getting that feedback from the cushion in the upper chest. And when you're ready, see if you can bring the cushion to your upper back, so just between you and the chair. And guide your breath towards the back of the body, the back of the lungs. Feel the spread of the back with the breath. And when you're ready, right side, have the cushion placed so you can feel it against your ribs, tucked underneath the arm. And take 3 to 5 deep breaths here, sensing a sideways breath. And when you're ready, take that to the other side. Okay, and you can get rid of the cushion. Bring your hand to your upper right chest and your other hand to the lower left belly. And imagine you could breathe diagonally across the body, so between those 2 points. And perhaps this deeper breath would invite a little movement across the diagonal of the body. And when you're ready, slide the hand position, breathing towards the top of your left lung, breathing towards the bottom of your right lung. And then bring your hands more to the midline, so one hand on the chest, one hand on the middle of the belly, taking a few breaths. And release the arms. So we're going to start moving with the breath. So on an inhale, take the arms above the head, and exhale to float the arms down. Inhale to raise the arms up, and exhale completely as you lower the arms down, and continue. When you're ready, you could bring in a leg raise with this. So as you inhale, raising the arms up, raise up your right leg. And you exhale, lower the leg down, lower the arms down. And when you're ready, take that to the other side. Inhale to raise the other leg, raising the arms up. And exhale to lower the leg, lowering the arms. And when you're ready, bring the hands onto the knees, rotate the arms slightly inwards, kind of shuffle the shoulders around, making lots of space in the upper back, a slightly rounded back, and take 3 to 5 deep breaths as if you could breathe towards the back of the lungs, the back of the body. Feel the spread of the back of the body with the breath. Bring yourself back to center. Perhaps hold on to the sides of the chair and lift the chest, taking the back into a gentle arch, finding the breath at the front of the body. So try not to overstretch, just invite a bigger breath into the front of the body. Feel the breath up against the inside of the body. And back at center, raise up one arm. Not a reach, just creating a little bit more space, sensing the movement of the body with the breath. And when you're ready, start to side bend towards the opposite side, inviting a slightly bigger space to breathe into on the arm lifted side. Coming back to center, raise up the other arm. Just sense the breath to begin with. And when you're ready, side bending, inviting the breath up against the inside of the body. And then come back to center. And either bring your hands onto the hips or the hands onto the shoulders. We'll do a little twisting breath. So take a deep breath in at center and exhale, twist and turn to one side. Inhale, back to center, and exhale to the other side. And continue at your own pace. And then coming back to center. And notice the space to breathe. Has that changed at all? Is there any more ease in a deeper breath, a slower breath, a quieter breath? And when you're ready, blinking the eyes open, reaching the arms and legs out, taking a full body yawn. And then bring yourself back to center. So we're going to begin with a pelvic rock. So a pelvic tilt. So bringing your hands onto your hips, and on an inhale, tilting the pelvis forward as if you were lifting your tail, taking the back into a gentle arch. And then exhale, releasing the back muscles and going towards tucking the tail under, so a little bit more tone in the abs. So inhale to a gentle arch, and exhale, releasing the back muscles to a slightly rounder back. And keep this movement going with the breath. And if the breath pattern is confusing, don't worry about it, as long as you just keep breathing. And then coming back to center, to a neutral spine, noticing what that feels like in your body. So we're going to take a little bit more into this through an arch and curl. So bringing the hands to the side of the head or behind the head. On an inhale, go to a gentle arch, kind of feeling the spread of the chest, maybe spreading the elbows a little wider. And then exhale to curl towards your knees. So a little bit more tone in the abs, kind of squeezing the breath out. Inhale to a gentle arch. And exhale to curl. Inhaling to gently arch. Exhaling to gently curl. So the belly comes a little tighter as you curl towards the knees. And continue at your own pace. And back at center, just sliding the shoulders up towards the ears and slowly release. Okay, so we're going to begin with some sun salutations. So take a deep breath in and exhale to bring the palms together at the chest. So pressing the palms together, the heels of the hands together, creating a little bit of tension across the chest. And then inhale, releasing that tension, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling. And you could look up towards the hands. Try not to pull at the shoulders, so just creating space. On your next exhale, so trying to move from center, from your belly muscles, start to hinge yourself forward, bringing the hands either to the knees or all the way towards the floor. So the belly be across the knees, the hands either touching the floor or wherever you get to. Notice the space in the upper back, maybe taking a couple of breaths there. And when you're ready, start to inhale and bring yourself back up and hug your right knee in towards the chest. So drawing that knee in towards the chest, perhaps breathing towards the belly, towards your thigh. Plant the foot down and lean forward, kind of keeping a straight back. So a little bit of head to tail connection. Imagine yourself just leaning forward in a straight line with the hands on the thighs. Slide the arms out to the sides, cactus style or stick 'em up style. And then leading from the chest, take a gentle back bend. So as you inhale, sliding the back muscles a little bit short to lift the chest, taking the back into a gentle arch. Maybe gliding the shoulder blades towards each other. Spreading the fingers, spreading the palms. Taking a few breaths there, lots of space in the front of the body to breathe. Be careful not to compress the back of the neck, so lower the gaze if the back of the neck feels compressed. Soften back to neutral. Interlace your fingers, push the palms away, tuck your tail under and round the back. 1 or 2 breaths here. Release the fingers, come back to neutral. On your next inhale, slide the shoulders up towards the ears. And then slowly release. So don't just drop the shoulders, allow the muscles around the neck and shoulders to release slowly. On your next inhale, bring the left knee in towards the chest. Take a couple of breaths, belly towards the thigh. Start to plant that foot back down onto the ground. Follow that foot down to fold forward. And then inhale to look forward and reach forward, all hands on the hips. Try to move from center, hinging yourself back up to look up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, float the hands down to the thighs or knees, relaxing the shoulders. Take a deep breath in and exhale, palms together. Inhale to reach up and look up. And exhale to fold forward, either hands to knees or all the way to the floor. Inhale to come up, bring the right knee in towards the chest. Exhale to lean forward. Inhale, slide the arms out to the sides, take that gentle back bend, lifting the chest. Bring yourself back to neutral, interlace the fingers, push the palms away, rounding, releasing the back, tucking the tail. Breath out. Release the fingers, come back to neutral. On your next inhale, slide the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale, slowly sliding the shoulders away. On your next inhale, bring the left knee in towards the chest. And exhale, follow that foot down, folding forward, hands to knees or all the way to the floor. And then inhale to look forward, reach forward, hinging back up. And exhale, hands back to the knees. Take a deep breath in and exhale, palms together. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, come up, bring the right knee in towards the chest. You could flex the foot. Exhale to lean forward. Inhale, take that gentle back bend, arch back. And exhale, push back and round. Inhale, come back to neutral, sliding the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale, slowly release. Inhale, bring your left knee in towards the chest. And exhale to forward fold. And inhale to look up and reach up. And exhale, float the hands back to the knees. And with the hands back at the knees or thighs, taking a few breaths, letting that settle. Okay, so we'll go for a diagonal arch and curl. Bring your right hand to the side of your head, looking towards your right elbow. As you inhale, take a twist towards the right. And as you exhale, start to untwist and curl towards your opposite knee, curling down towards your opposite knee. So inhale to come up, twist to the right, and exhale and curl down to the left. And continue. And the next time you're back at neutral, switch the arm position over. Inhale to look towards the left elbow. And then exhale to curl towards the right knee. Inhale, invite that space across the diagonal of the body. And exhale, releasing the diagonal of the back body. And continue. And then back at center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach the arms up and look up. And exhale to float forward. Inhale, bring the right knee in towards the chest. And then exhale to lean forward with both forearms on the knees. We'll take a little bit of a twist. So take your right hand around the back. Try to move from center, moving from the muscles of the waist. Start to twist towards the right, looking over your right shoulder. And you can either keep the arm on your lower back or reach the hand out, maybe reaching towards the ceiling, wherever feels comfortable in the shoulder. Taking a couple of breaths there, noting this different shape to the breath in the twist. Bring the outreached arm back in. Turn and twist, so you're kind of facing your feet at center. Take a breath. And then when you're ready, take your left arm around the lower back. Start to turn and twist, looking over your left shoulder and reaching the arm out or not. And sensing the breath. Bring your outreached arm back in. Turn and twist to face the knees. Take a breath at center. And then slide the arms out to the sides. Take that gentle back bend, lifting the chest, spreading the palms, gliding the shoulder blades towards each other. Bringing yourself back to neutral. Interlace the fingers, push the palms away, tuck the tail under, rounding and releasing the back. Releasing the fingers, float back to neutral. And slowly slide the shoulders towards the ears. And much slower, glide the shoulders away. And when you're ready, bring your left knee in towards the chest. Follow the foot down, hands to knees or all the way to the floor. And then inhale to reach forward, move from center, hinge yourself back up. And exhale, float the hands back to the knees. And let that settle. So we're going to go back to that twisting and turning, this time with a bit of lengthening of the leg at the same time. So bring in your right hand to the right side of your head. As you inhale, start to turn to look towards your right elbow, turning and twisting. And then lengthen your left leg long. On your next exhale, untwist. And then curl towards your opposite knee, lifting that knee up. And then inhale, slide the leg long, turn and twist towards the right. And then exhale to curl, lifting the left knee. Inhale to turn and twist. And exhale to curl. And continue. And when you're next back at center, take this to the other side. So bring in your left hand to the left side of the head. Lengthen the right leg long. And on your inhale, start to turn and twist towards the left. Sliding the right leg long. And then exhale to untwist. Curling, picking up the right knee. Inhale to twist and turn, finding that space across the whole long diagonal of the body. And exhale to curl. And continue. And then bring yourself back to center, hands to knees or thighs, and let that settle. Shoulders relaxed. Okay, so we'll do some leg raises. A little bit of strengthening, also a little bit of a release around the hips. So some leg raises. So bring yourself towards the edge of the chair, but not so you're going to fall off. And slide your right leg long. And take a deep breath in. And exhale to raise that right leg up. And inhale to lower. And when the weight of the leg hits the floor, completely release right up into that hip. So exhale an effort to lift. And inhale, slowly release. And continue. And then when you're ready, we're going to add a little arcing of the foot out to the right. So as you exhale to lift, rotate the leg slightly outwards towards the right, wherever you get to. And then slowly follow that same pathway back down. When the weight of the leg reaches the floor, completely release right up into the hip. And continue. Exhale an effort to lift and rotate. And inhale to lower and release. And continue. And the next time the leg comes down, slide the leg slightly further out to the right. Rotate the leg externally so your instep would be facing the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And exhale to lift the leg. Doesn't have to be a very big lift. And inhale to slowly release. And release. And continue. And then when you're done, bring the leg back in. Hug the knee in towards the chest. You could mobilize the ankle, kind of rolling the foot round, wriggling the toes, changing direction, and then release the leg down. And then slide the left leg long. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale to raise the left leg up. And inhale to slowly release. And release right up into that hip. And continue. And when you're ready, taking the arc out to the left. So exhale to lift, rotating the foot slightly outwards. And inhale, follow the pathway back down, lowering the leg, releasing right up into the hip. And continue. Okay, and then when you're ready, take the leg a little wider, slightly externally rotated. Breath in. Exhale an effort to lift the leg. Inhale, slowly release, and release right up into the hip, right into the belly. And continue. When you're done, bring the knee in towards the chest, mobilize the foot, the toes, the ankle, changing direction. And then release the leg down, and then let that land, let that settle. Okay, so we're going to make a few more traditional yoga shapes, some warrior type shapes. So stepping your right foot out to the side, bringing yourself so you're sitting on the corner of the chair, the knees quite apart. Ground the feet, wriggle the toes, hands on the knees. Sitting upright but not rigid. And then reaching the arms out to your sides. And then when you're ready, start to twist. So your left hand, your left arm is kind of parallel with your left thigh, more or less. Don't have to go as far if it doesn't feel right. Notice the breath. And then take your back hand to the back of your hip or the back of the chair. And inhale to reach the front arm up, feeling the ribs lift. Taking a few breaths there. Reversed warrior. And then when you're ready, bring yourself back so both arms are reaching out. And then going to side angle, bring your front forearm towards your front thigh. Look towards your back hand, turn that palm up and reach that arm up towards the ceiling. And then maybe take it all the way overhead to side angle. If the arm shoulder doesn't feel comfortable there, you could bring your hand behind your lower back. So invite the breath into that open side of the body. And when you're ready, kind of windmill yourself back up to warrior, so both arms reaching out to your sides. Take out that twist so you're facing your knees. You could bring your hands towards your knees. Give the shoulders a little bit of a roll. And then when you're ready, we'll take that to the other side. So step your left leg out, so you're sitting quite wide, a steady gait, hands to knees. Facing straight ahead. Reach the arms out through the sides. And then start to take a twist. So your right arm is more or less parallel with your right thigh. You could look towards your front finger. Find the breath. And then when you're ready, reverse warrior. Take your back hand to the back hip or the back of the chair. Raising the other arm up. Feel the ribs lift. Take the breath into the front of the body. And then when you're ready, back to warrior. Both arms reaching out. And then to side angle. So bring the front forearm down to your thigh. Look behind at the backhand. Take that arm up towards the ceiling, maybe all the way overhead, or hand on the lower back, and take a couple of breaths there. Moving from center, bring yourself back towards warrior. Take out the twist, so you're facing your knees, hands to knees. Give the shoulders a little bit of a roll. And then bring yourself back to center. Let that settle. For the next part, we're going to come out of the chair. So if it doesn't feel comfortable to come out of the chair, you could leave this part out. Okay, so either standing behind the chair or remaining in the chair. We're going to do a forward fold. So either holding onto the back of the chair, pressing down on the chair so it doesn't slide away. Start to walk the feet back so you're leaning forward. Keep the legs straight to start with. Feel the breath at the side ribs. And so if you're staying in the chair, just start to slowly lean forward, bringing the hands to the knees or all the way to the floor. And then just take a step forward, bending the knees. So feel that kind of spring in the knees, just lowering the hips up and down a little. And then on an inhale, lift your tail and lift your chest, looking towards the chair. And then exhale, tuck the tail under and look between the knees. So inhale towards cow. And exhale towards cat. So a bit of extension and flexion in the spine. And if you're staying in the chair, you could go back to that pelvic rock, taking the back into a gentle arch and gently rounding and releasing the back. And continue. And then back at neutral, start to walk towards the back of the chair. You could bring yourself back into the chair and then maybe interlace the hands behind the back, glide the shoulder blades towards each other, maybe raise your chest, taking a couple of breaths there. So a version of fish posture. You could perhaps just hold on to the sides of the chair, lifting the chest. And then in the chair, just let that settle. noticing how that lands in your body and in your breath, how it lands through mind and thoughts. Okay, I'm going to offer a little bit of release around your neck and shoulders. So lean forward so your forearms are on your knees. Kind of dangle your right arm down the side of the body, down the side of the leg, and keep that right arm really passive, so it's just no effort there. Bring your attention to the space in between your shoulder blades, the muscles around the back of the shoulder, and slowly start to slide your shoulder towards the center of your back, so a little bit up, a little bit diagonally towards the center of the back, going into a little bit of tightness, and then slowly release, melting the muscles, a bit like ice cream melting. And continue gliding the shoulder towards the center of the back, so the arm is just carried with the movement. And then slowly release. You can really take your time with this, just feeling the glide and slide of the muscles around the shoulder, the upper back. And notice where else in the body tries to get involved. Take a pause. Just bring yourself back up to center, noticing any difference between left and right. Space between the ears and shoulders. The space to breathe. And when you're ready, we'll take that to the other side. So leaning forward, forearms onto your knees, and then dangle your left arm down the side of the body, down the side of the left thigh, gliding that shoulder towards the center of the back, and then slowly release. So look for as much smoothness and ease in the movement as you can find. Really take your time. Pausing. Bring yourself back to center. And let that land. Notice left to right. Your space to breathe. Is there any more holding on? And when you're ready, just bring the hands back onto the hips, and we'll go back to that arch and curl. So on an inhale, tilting the pelvis slightly forward, so as if you were lifting your tail, taking the back into a gentle arch. And then exhale, tucking the tail under, releasing and rounding the back gently. So inhale to gently arch, and exhale to release and a gentle rounding. A couple more at your own pace. Is there anything you can do to make that movement a little smoother, a little slower? Pausing at neutral. And then when you're ready, we'll take a final gentle twist. So you could swing the legs to the right side of the chair and take a deep breath in at center. And exhale, start and turn and twist from center towards the back of the chair. You could perhaps hold on to the back of the chair with one hand or both hands. Not bringing any tension into the neck and shoulders, so keep the neck and shoulders relaxed. Notice the shift in the shape of the breath in this twist. And on your next exhale, moving from center, untwist, bring the hands back to the knees. Imagining everything kind of lining back up, taking a deep breath. And then when you're ready, take the legs over to the other side. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, twist towards the back of the chair. Relaxing the shoulders. Notice the breath. And when you're ready, start to slowly untwist, hands back to the knees, take a breath at center. And then bring your knees back to center. And get yourself comfortable in the chair. If you need a jumper or a blanket, just make yourself really kind of comfortable and warm. Of recentering, just notice the feet, notice how you've landed in the chair and how that compares to the beginning of class. Relax the muscles in your toes. Releasing the muscles of your feet to the floor, to the earth. Noticing the weight of the legs. And how that weight is supported through the chair and through to the floor. Can you detect any movement in your pelvis? A gentle rock of the pelvis with the ebb and flow of the breath. Noticing how the body moves with the breath. If there's any holding on, in muscles, in bones, just following the breath. The ebb and flow. Notice the muscles around the shoulders, the neck. Release. The muscles in the face, around the eyes, the forehead, to the top of the head. Soften. Release. Release. Relax. How would it feel to relax your skin? And to sense the movement of the skin with the breath. And when you're ready, start to invite a bigger breath back in. Start to move the fingers and the toes. Blinking the eyes open, reaching the arms and legs. Take a full body yawn. And then bringing yourself back to center. And feel free to just stay here a while. or just slowly transition into the rest of your day. And we can finish with a final Om sound, 3 Om Shantis, which means peace, so 3 peace as well. Take a deep breath in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. May all beings be happy. May all beings live in peace. Om. Thank you very much.